So, you're thinking about studying in Germany, but have absolutely no idea where to even start with the application? Well, you've come to the right place. We're going to break down the entire process, step by step, and make it all make sense.
So, is studying in Germany your big dream right now? It's an awesome goal, and believe me, you are not alone in chasing it.
We're talking about over 400,000 international students. That makes it one of the absolute top study destinations in the entire world. A huge part of that appeal is getting a world-class education that, a lot of the time, is completely tuition-free.
Okay, let's be honest. Figuring out how you're supposed to actually apply can feel like you're stepping into some kind of crazy maze. You're suddenly staring at all these different portals, weird acronyms, and just a ton of rules.
And that is exactly why we're here. We're going to demystify this whole journey, piece by piece.
All right, so your whole journey kicks off right here, at the very first gate. Before you even start looking at cool programs, you have to answer the most critical question of all. Are you even eligible to apply in the first place?
And it really all boils down to this one question. Is your high school diploma, what the Germans call a university entrance qualification, actually recognized in their system?
The German system is super precise. You have to use their official databases to check. The two big ones you need to know are the Annabin database and the admissions database.
The magic words you're looking for are Direktzugang, which literally means direct access. This is your golden ticket. It means your qualifications are good to go and you can apply directly to a university.
So, depending on what you find in those databases, your journey is going to split. This is a huge fork in the road, so pay attention.
If you see that Direktzugang status, hey, congratulations, you are on Path 1, heading straight for university applications. But if not, don't panic, you're just on Path 2, which means you'll do a prep course called a Studienkolleg.
So what exactly is a Studienkolleg? The best way to think of it is like a bridge. It's a one-year program built just for international students to get them completely up to speed with the German academic system, both in their subjects and, of course, the language. And it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. You'll pick a course based on what you actually want to study. So you've got T courses for all you tech and engineering folks, W courses for business and economics, G courses for humanities. You get the idea.
Okay, so after that year is up, you've got to pass this big final exam called the Feststellungsprüfung. We'll just call it the FSP. Passing this exam is the final piece of the puzzle. It basically combines with your original diploma to give you the official green light for university.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if you have direct access or you just powered through a Studienkolleg, now it's time to apply. And for most international students, this means you've got to navigate the main portal, Uniassist.
So what is this Uniassist thing anyway? It's not a university itself. Think of it more like a central processing hub that a lot of German universities use. They're the ones who check all your documents and grades before they send them off to the schools you picked.
Okay, this is super important, so listen up. Here's the #1 rule you have to remember. If your degree or diploma is from outside of Germany, you will almost certainly have to go through Uniassist.
So for your application, you're going to need all the usual stuff: diplomas, transcripts, language certificates. But, and this is a big but, if you're applying from China, India, or Vietnam, you'll also need something called an APS certificate. It's an extra step to verify your academic records.
Okay, now let's talk about two things that can absolutely make or break your application: deadlines and a little dose of reality about the competition. You absolutely need to burn these two dates into your memory. For the main semester, the winter semester, the deadline is July 15th. For the smaller summer semester, it's January 15th. And there is zero flexibility here. No joke, if you miss it by even 1 minute, you have to wait another 6 months. So let's talk about something that totally freaks applicants out. You've checked every single box, you submitted everything on time, your grades are pretty good, but you still get a rejection letter. How does that happen?
Meeting the minimum requirements doesn't actually guarantee you a spot. For competitive programs, it's simple math. If there are only 100 seats, they're going to go to the 100 people with the absolute best grades. It's just a numbers game.
So you did it. You fought through the maze, you hit that submit button. Now what? What happens next? Let's look at the final steps. Well, the process itself is actually pretty straightforward. But man, the waiting part is tough. First, Uniassist does their formal check on all your paperwork. If everything's good, they forward your application to the university. And then it's the university itself that makes the final call and sends you that life-changing letter of admission or rejection.
And there you have it. That's the whole journey, from that first spark of a dream to the final decision. Look, it's a process that definitely demands a lot of planning and attention to detail, but it is absolutely doable. Now that you know the path, the only question left is, are you ready to take that first step?